Okay, here is the almost finished. We've got more to go, more room over here for the next set, which I'm getting ready to build. Just have to get a new saw blade, so that prolonged it from getting done to this afternoon. Not that I would be able to finish all of it in one afternoon. Actually, I probably could, because it's so simple to do these beds. The beds were the easiest part to do. Figuring out those siphon swirl filters over there was probably one of the most difficult things to do. Not that it was overly difficult, but a little bit aggravating from time to time, trying to get that flow and the volume correct. So anyway, on with the show. Here we go. So we have a 55-gallon drum here. This is pea gravel. In some of the aquaponics videos that I've seen, people were using really cool stuff called hydroton. Unfortunately, it is not available in this area, nor in any local area here around South Mississippi. I did find some on the internet, but it was like $32 for a 40-pound sack. I think it was like 40 pounds or something, and again, it probably wouldn't, this is pea gravel, so it probably wouldn't take as much. These half of the 55-gallon drums took 12 each of these bags of pea gravel, which is a 50-pound sack of pea gravel. So you do the math. I know I screwed that up on maybe one of the other videos, but anyway, 3/4 inch PVC here. You can see my flow coming out very nicely at a pretty steady clip. One of the siphons just broke, and it's coming out. It just started coming out. This is the other bed. I do have some things that are planted. I think cucumbers and squash or something like that back here. Some peas and some runner type beans, I think, or peas or something like that. In the empty space, what looks empty though is there's seeds planted throughout here, which got planted yesterday afternoon, so I doubt they're going to come up that fast. That would be cool though. But anyway, so here's the other nozzle, as I was saying. Got good flow coming out of here. Water coming out at a pretty good clip. Okay. Coming from our biofilter over here. I guess I'm kind of doing this in reverse. Should have started at the tank and worked my way out to the beds, but anyway, we've already started, so here we go. So here's the pump. This is a pond pump. Right now I have it on home electrical because I'm not solar energy smart. I don't have that system up and running yet, so for the time being we're going to run this pump off my home. So this is at the present, this is a 2-stage filter. These are air filters that you can get from a box store. They are simply just filter material. They're not the kind that have the cardboard or any type of surrounding border around them. It's not like that. It's just plain filter material. These are the cutouts, because what I did was I cut those filters. I cut them in half, and then I cut them to where they have the they're in the half moon shape, basically half circle. These right here are the cutouts from those, right? And then underneath here is a window screen material. This is a rubberized window screen. This is not the fiberglass kind. I didn't want to put the fiberglass kind in here because I didn't think that it would be a good idea to have resinated type fiberglass material, even if there's no resin. I'm sure there's some type of chemical that was used in that process that leaches into the water possibly. So I went against using the fiberglass kind. Went with the rubberized kind. I'm probably going to have a set of what I'm thinking about doing is taking, where did it go? Well, forget it. What I'm thinking about doing is putting another bank of filter systems here, pushing this further down towards my raw intake, and having a 4-stage filter. So 2 over there, and then having another 2 closer to this filter. Probably going to do away with that box that pump's sitting in. It's not going to be any use for it, because the water will be super clean by the time it gets down there. Anyway, so here is my return from the beds right here. These 2 here and here are returns from my swirl filters. So you can see this is the furthest one. So it comes in over there. We're going to get what's over here is exactly what's going to be over here on this side. So we're going to skip that one, and we're going to use this one for the educational purpose. So our intake, or our output from the swirl filter, comes from here. This is called a uniseal. What is inside that uniseal, that is PVC. That is 1-inch PVC. 1-inch elbows, okay? Inside here is just the water coming inside the pipe itself. This does not leak at all. I mean, it's dry as a bone. Inside here on the other side, this right here, the output, the outlet, this is higher than that is. Probably by a good 2 inches, I would say. Okay, so maybe 2.5 inches. This right here, this 90 or elbow, is pointing down and towards the side of the swirl filter for a reason. What you want is that water that is coming in from the tank, and we will get there. What is coming in through this 90 is angling towards the side here, and then creating a swirl effect inside this water jug. This is a water jug from the States here. So if you're overseas, y'all probably, I don't know if y'all have them shaped like this. Surely you do. I think it's a pretty universal type water jug. But that comes down to this T here, or I always keep calling them a T because I guess they're in a T shape right now. But to this ball valve, which comes down to right here. This is an outlet. That's a future battery, by the way, for the solar system, solar powered system that this is going to be operating on. So then you would take your 5-gallon bucket, sit right here, catch your solid waste that gets collected in your swirl filter. Because what's at the bottom of the tank over here is the valve that came with the tank, okay? That came with the tank. You can get these IBC tanks with or without these valves. I got the one with it because I was using this for a bait tank previously. I think I mentioned that in another video. So your solid waste comes in here, up, okay, into the T and into the swirl filters. Obviously, this is where my fish tank is. My water level still full. This is like the 3rd day of this system being up and running, and still running like a champ. I haven't made, I take that back. I did make one adjustment whenever I added the filter material. Okay, I think the last video I did not have the filter material in, and I'm probably going to have to make another adjustment once I put the other 2 banks of filters in as well. But my adjustments that I made were up here. I had to actually open these more to allow more flow to come out of my my clean end of my biofilter, because it was stacking up so much, because obviously it was being hindered by filtration, which is a good thing. So it was doing what it was supposed to do. Okay, other side of the tank, again, water still not running out of these drain holes. Good, cool. The fish still not in. Apparently here in South Mississippi, or Mississippi period, I'm sure it's probably like this in other states as well, but to raise tilapia, you have to have a permit, and it takes up to 30 days for that permit to come in. Once it's applied for, I think it cost $100, what the man said at the Mississippi Agriculture Department. So in the meantime, my daughters and I will be going to catch some brim, bluegill, perch, freshwater catfish, you know, to put into the system. I'm just giving you a slow-mo now of the system for people that want to have a better look at how things are, okay, while I'm talking. And anyway, back to the issue at hand. And then we're going to put those fish in the tank and hopefully get them peeing and pooing and getting this biosystem up and running and getting this started until, you know, at least, you know, so my plants can have some food, because ultimately that's what feeds these things, right? I probably didn't catch the drain system, but I did on the other videos. So the drain system is down here. Bulkhead fitting, again, 3/4 inch PVC. Okay. So we'll get the plants some food, at least that way, right? Until we can get the permit and tilapia and stuff like that. Even though I don't agree with the law sometimes, especially in things like have to do with this type stuff. Also, on the other hand, don't break the law. Try and stay a good boy. So I'm up on 11 minutes and 30 seconds for this video. It's probably good. Everything is doing well so far. Again, I'll just do one more real quick slow-mo for the whole kit and caboodle. Okay, here's the tank, the backside. I walk around. Fishies go in here. There's no fishies in there, and the water's still murky. Again, it's cycling, so it's doing what it's doing. It's going to be that way, I think, probably till I get some more filtration in the biofilter. Okay, from the pump back into the tank, swirl filters. Gravity fed from the bottom up to the T, going into both sides of my swirl filters, swirling around, catching poop. Clean water stays up top, drops down the outlet over into the raw pickup side of my biofilter. This is 2-stage now. It's going to be a 4-stage. Back over to the pump, into the tank, into the beds. Okay. Ball valves. These are siphon filters. Or, I'm sorry. Dang, I was backwards yesterday. Bell siphons. Okay. Look up how to do a bell siphon. I'm not going to take those apart and show you how to do that. Obviously, I've got the rocks in there. There you go. Okay. And the drain system, we just went over that. And you can see the water is starting to come out of those beds, one of those beds over there. Once these bell siphons break and they start siphoning, or you know, their vacuum, and that water really rips out of there, just for one of them. And whenever both of them are going, I don't think I have it timed to where they don't both go at the same time. But man, I bet it would really rip out of there even better. So they really work. They do their job. I recommend using those. Not that I've used anything else, but hey, don't fix something that's not broke. Okay, this is South Mississippi Aquaponics, signing out.